yeah, Dick finally got down with Jane on search for tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day.
We're looking for a brighter day. We're looking for a brighter day, baby. Yeah, we're looking for a brighter day. That's right. That's right. On the mic. That's right. On the mic. Get ready, YouTube. We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming, baby. We coming. You will not have to worry about a jump in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the train in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs and make cause bad breath. Oh yeah, baby. It will not fight bad breath. It will not fight bad breath. It will not fight bad breath. Yeah. Get our prayers on, baby. Yeah. Doesn't matter now. I just love what I do. And I'm going to continue to do it because I can. I can do what nobody else can do. Ooh, boy. It looks cloudy up in the hills today, boy. Ooh, Lord. Like a scene from out of Witch Mountain. I'm serious. Woo, it looks like straight Scooby snacks up here. Straight Scooby snack. Yeah, baby. Default me.
Will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the beginning, Jah created the heaven and the earth. Then he created man as his own likeness. Gave unto man wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Jah is my help and my strength, so shall I fear. He's the shield upon my right and my left hand. So shall I be afraid. Jah is my King. Jah is my light and my salvation. So shall I fear? He's my guide throughout this creation, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my King. Jah is my guide in my resting and my rising, so whom shall I fear? He's my guide when I step out in the forward, so whom shall I be afraid? Jah is my King. Jah is my guide when the Philistines come down upon me, so whom shall I fear?
Yes. All right, I got it. We're on live. Ktng 860 AM, the morning show. And we're live here at, of course, the blinding fuzzy little light that I have here on Facebook and live on YouTube. So I thank you all for coming through. So please walk with me through this real quick and we'll get on with the show. All right. First, we want to thank Ja, with your hands open so this way you can receive. I want to thank Ja for getting us up each and every morning to rise to the challenges of the day, to succeed at the opportunities Ja provides for us, and more importantly, help those that cannot help themselves. So therefore, we walk the path of honor. Jesus Christ, we say these things, Ja Rastafari, Ja Rastafari, Ja Rastafari. And I thank you all for joining me in that little small benediction here. I do that every morning, so that way I stay centered, okay? I'm a spiritual person and so forth, and therefore I'm also knowledgeable. I'm also intelligent, and I'm also good looking as crap in person. But I surprise a lot of people. I do. I surprise a lot of people for the simple reason because I look one way and I speak completely different in another. And when I'm even around my own brethren and sisters and so forth, I have to start at a point of like listening to them speak first so I can speak pidgin to them. I can't speak all of this up here to them because in many cases I will lose them, okay? For example, I'm walking around, okay, today our temperatures are like about, 20 some odd degrees, 28 degrees today, something like that. I don't know. I don't have to turn the heat on in my apartment because for the simple reason, I get all the heat from downstairs. Let's see, what do we have here as far as weather situations are like, let's see, we're like in the 30s. We're going to have if I would like show you like what the mountains look like right about now. It looks like one of those scenes from off of like some Stephen King movie, where the aliens are like, walking around and they're carving up people and everything like that in a small town in Maine. Everything happens in Maine, but everything also happens in smaller places like this. You see, Colorado Springs is like 200 miles in any direction of just sheer wilderness, mountains, range, coyotes, mountain lions, bears, that sort of thing. So I kind of like enjoy it here. And I'm enjoying, the peace that I have here, more so than anything else. So I owe that greatly. And yesterday I let everybody know that I was doing pretty well with my writing of the book AOE, The Art of Eve. And what is so strange is that at the end, I get my first royalty permit coming through. So applause all the way around. After I did it. But I'm going to give you guys a basis for that. The reason why I wrote The Art of Eve, and it's real simple, is because I was seeing stuff ahead of schedule. I'm like usually six moves ahead of my opponents in many cases on different subjects. So the reason why I wrote The Art of Eve is because I was watching human relations between three different dynamics. Okay, my own personal one, some other guys, and another guy's, and I'm just writing down stuff and so forth, and I'm taking notes. Okay, if you're gonna be a writer, be a damn good writer. Okay, and pour your heart out onto the pages and write what you feel. Don't sit up and try and go to a class that's gonna cost you like a fat $1,500 that you're never gonna pay back. Or getting roped into a scam to where you're spending a bunch of time just doing it. No, just sit down and write whatever it does. Brenda Eakin Perkins, good morning, love. How are you? There you go. But the biggest sucker punch on this and everything is that if you don't take the time to actually invest in your time of writing, you'll never become the writer that you have. So when I made mention of, say, like AOE, I'm getting my royalty payment and so forth. The funniest thing is, this is a book to help men understand the agnostic cantankerism that you have in your relationships. And you know something? Women are buying the book. Okay, women are buying the book. And then I had a check reader, and she thought it was sheer genius. And she just could see the drama and the stories and so forth that was told. And basically, I put a little humor in it and everything, but it's a good book so far. I have no complaints. Okay, no criticism, no complaints, because obviously I'm speaking some sort of truth. Okay, and if I'm speaking some sort of truth about how guys can stop being emasculated from, women who I don't mind a strong woman, but if you're trying to be stronger than me and whatnot, then I'm gonna leave your ass where I found you, in your own shit. Okay. I need a partner. I need somebody that can run with my ass, this, that, and everything else, and sit down and talk to and understand. I don't have to have a conversation every 60 seconds. If I'm reading a book, why disturb me? Okay. If there's some sort of mental drama going on up inside of here and so forth, please put that on a plate, cover it, and serve it to somebody that really, really, really needs to yak back. Me, I'm easy. I'm easy. Just let me work and I'll be happy. All right. If I'm working, I'm not paying attention to you and so forth, and I'm in my own home, guess what? I'm working. Okay. Okay. And most guys will agree. Okay. You wanted to get your ass out there and be the man and so forth, bring home the bacon, and call the shots, by all means. If I'm going to sit home, I'm going to clean up the house and I'm going to do my work here. And when you get home and so forth, take out the garbage. Okay. Okay. But no, I'm seeing, the reminiscences of these sort of things and whatnot. And one of my extended family nephews, he goes to work, works 2 jobs to keep a roof over him and his girl's head. And the one thing she does, she sits there and complains that he's not paying enough attention to me. He's not, with me the way I want him to be. It's like, look, little chica, all you little chicas out there between the ages of 20 and 56, okay? I'm gonna say this now. No, from 20 to 57, somewhere in there's a midlife crisis that you guys think you skip over and say it happens to men. No, it happens to women as well. Okay, so get over this plaque of this plethora of, say, of mounded garbage that you're standing on, okay? Because you're sinking into your own shit, okay? And I can prove it. The funny thing is that everything that I wrote in that book was true, okay? Everything was true, straight up. So I put the best advice on what to look for, how to stay away from, and how to live a peaceful life, even if you are stuck with, bitchzilla. Okay, but enough about that. I'm getting a royalty check, so therefore I thank you people in Japan and I thank you people in the UK for buying the book, because the United States is loaded with #him too. Okay, not #me too, #him too. Okay, and only reason why I branded that is simple reason because I'm making a joke out of it. Okay, what about all the Catholic priests? Okay. That got pardoned for decades. I'm talking decades of pedophilia. Okay, were those families compensated? Did any of those priests go to jail? Okay, they were excommunicated. They live in a society where it's okay to touch people the way you want to. Wow. Okay, I could walk up and down the street looking like Booger-Nosed Jehoshaphat. Okay. No one would dare touch me. No, man, woman, beast, or child. Okay, so that's why I'm out in the park and so forth, feeding nuts to squirrels. At least they pay me attention. Damn. When I get more attention from a squirrel than I do from a woman, then obviously something is definitely wrong with this society and how people view their crap. Speaking of which, let's dig into some crap right about now that basically just gives you the ultimate sucker punch. Sucker punch! Yeah, you guys love me. That's all there is to it. All right, so let's go with our news stories and see what's happening today, okay? So as we all know, the Star Wars trilogy is out. I mean, the quintilogy, as I would call it. And it's kind of interesting. Remember when Star Wars did a revamp and so forth and brought in the brother and everybody lost their fucking minds? Okay, they did. They lost their fucking minds. Like, how could it be a black person in da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, hold up, excuse me, idiots, okay? James Earl Jones loaned his voice to Darth Vader for like damn near the whole freaking series. And he's not black? Oh. Boy, y'all some Johnny-come-latelys, boy. But you know something? That is quite strange because most white people feel that it is a story of how white people still save the day. Well, here we got Kelly Marie Tran. No, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna like address that issue. Bye, later, next. Good morning, melanated people. Y'all technically are like, technologically, y'all are stupid. Anyway, as the story goes, The Last Jedi star Kelly Marie Tran, who plays mechanic Rose Tico, has quickly become a favorite addition to the Star Wars universe. The 28-year-old actress earned points with fans for being a fangirl herself. She screams in interviews over Kylo Ren shirtless and identifies as Finn/Poe shipper. Furthermore, Tran is also a Vietnamese American. Oh, she's hyphenated. Oh my God, that goes against the grain. It goes against the grain of all of you, all of you nationalists. Really, believe me, I was criticized for having a bag bomb at one of those outrageous neo-Nazi nationalist meetings. Still, they didn't even arrest me or anything like that because they had nothing on me. Okay. Other than that, back to this. Furthermore, Tran, who is Vietnamese American, is the first ever woman of color to have a leading role in a franchise. Booyakah! How you like that? And it grossed over 220 million in the first run. Wow. She's got it like that. Okay. Well, she's become a favorite addition for most fans. There are unfortunately losers. Okay. Even in the Star Wars fanverse. I like the stories. I like the adventure. I like the action. I like the, overall, sometimes, the writing can, really just bog down the progression of the story in some areas. And it can be, and there's some points and so forth that people realize that, yes, it can drag a little bit here and there, but they did it for the budget's sake, knowing that they were going to get a big, huge ass budget to do it. So they undercut the budget and did all this other extraneous writing that didn't even need to happen. But I'm glad that Shorty got the part. Okay. So therefore, on Tuesday, Tico's page on Wikipedia, a fan-run online encyclopedia with entries about everything Star Wars, was edited to include racist comments. Gotta love that. Okay, gotta love that. Okay, so therefore, her name was changed to Ching Chong Wing Tong, and her homeworld, Hayes Minor, to Ching Chong, China. A fake quote was also attributed to Rose. Heil Hitler, and I don't know why I was cast in a good movie like Star Wars. Wow. Wow. Writer Brian Young, who posted the screenshot of the racist attack on Twitter, told Newsweek that he was alerted to the changes by a friend on Tuesday. Wikipedia admins have removed the vandalism, closing off Rose's page for editing. And let's see, a history of the edits to the page with attached IP addresses is still publicly available through the edit in question has been removed. Though the edit in question has been removed, Young told Newsweek the IP address attached to the edit in the screenshot is 64.203.14.213. Again, that address is 64.203.14.213. So if you guys want to go after the jackass, get to that, IP address right there, sack it. Okay. Anyway, the user has been blocked from using Wikipedia or any other fandom wikis. Okay. Fandom has a zero tolerance policy for vandalism, inclusive of racism and harassment. The company said in a statement provided to Newsweek that the wiki admins take this very seriously and took the steps to resolve the situation as quickly as possible, including escalation to our team and subsequent lockdown. This lockdown will remain for the foreseeable future. It'll remain for the foreseeable future, and we will be closely monitoring all activity on this wiki, quote, unquote. Okay, but let's return to the people who are welcoming Rose Tico to the Star Wars universe. Rose is so important to me, quote, as the first main woman of color. Chelsea St. Juniors, 28, Chelsea St. Juniors, 28, told Newsweek last week, quote, to see all my friends who are Asian so excited for Rose, it's amazing. Our time is now, basically, unquote. Okay. And Tran herself is thrilled by such a response. On Monday, the actress posted on Instagram video of herself overhearing fans profess their love for Rose. So regardless, if you don't understand, there's a lot more love out there than there is hate and racism. But for some stupid ass reason, okay, the CFR uses a policy of psychological, adaptation to make people do exactly what they want to do. They have their insurgents, their Manchurian insurgents in every single neighborhood. And those are culturally inept beings who don't seem to see beyond anything else but their own rage, their own insolence, their own ignorance. And not only that, but, what's another word? Oh yeah, with 2 O's, people, stupid. Okay, straight stupid. Come on, man, come on. In this day and age, we still carrying the flag of racism in this day and age, okay? But you know something? I'm not even gonna like, allow that to, dictate any part of my life, because you know something, you can stand above racism by showing your love for your enemies. You show compassion for your enemies, and basically let them know that whatever you do to me, either psychologically, spiritually, or physically, it matters not, because my soul is saved. Okay, my soul is saved, Jah Rastafari, from the evil that comes from out of your mouth, the evil that you have in your brain, the evil that you are raised your kids with, the evil, okay, that you have sunk yourself into this society and actually try to profess it as something professional. Wow. Is that Republican or not? I'll tell you what. Here's another one. Tim Scott shuts down blogger who called him, quote unquote, a prop at the GOP tax bill celebration. Now, needless to say, we're all going to get reamed. Okay? Straight up cornholed on this one. We're going to get cornholed directly on this for the simple reason because, one, the Democrats did not have enough seats in the House. Okay? None of us voted on this crap at all. Okay? This is a directive coming from some lunatic who has to help his buddies, make international deals to where they can stay richer than, say, their ultimate goal is to become richer than the Rockefellers. Keep in mind that the Rockefellers been in the politics ever since 1975. Okay, so that lets you know right then and there, it is a rich man's game. It's a total rich man's game, but it's a rich man's game to come up with a gain. See what I'm saying? It's a rich man's game to come up with a gain, and their gain is to politically influence how companies in this country run and how they profit. Meaning you're going to get the kibble that comes down the pipeline, and you're going to say, wow, that's part of the middle class. Man, I mean, I've seen people eat, out of pig troughs. Okay, America does it again. You guys never cease to amaze me. I'm in the same boat. I could be hypocritical about this, but I'm in the same boat. I got to worry about my finances. I got to worry about the taxes I do pay. Well, actually, I don't pay any taxes for the simple reason because, one, I have a EIN number. There you go. That's how it works, people. Get it together. But since I have a legal nonprofit that's already registered, everything goes to it. not to me. So therefore, how about that for today's sucker punch? Here you go. Anyway, okay. South Carolina Senator Tim Scott shut down a blogger who claimed that his placement in the GOP tax bill photo op was because he was black, claiming he was a quote-unquote manipulated prop. Why does this sound like somebody black trying to discredit more black? I get it all day. I get it all day. We in the black community, we have a situation. We have a situation, and most people don't want to hear it. Most people don't want to talk about it. See, the darker you are, the less acceptable you will become unless you use this. But the lighter you are, the more stupid shit you'll get, and you will have acceptance all the time. I've noticed this because my somewhat stepbrother, Boston, Mr. Boston, I watched that in my own personal reflection of it. I have seen this happen. Okay, even in the black community, even in our household. Light-skinned brother, he gets all the acceptances and all the praises and da-da-da-da. He's right up underneath his mother's skirt all damn day. Yours truly, oh no, I went out with an axe and built a fort. Okay, straight up. I'm not sitting in a house with these two idiots. Okay, so South Carolina senator said it was a shocker. There's one black person there, and sure enough, they'll have him standing right next to the mic like a manipulated prop. Way to go, Senators Tim Scott, hashtag Trump, hashtag tax scam bill. Okay? So Scott hit back harder while still managing to take the high road, saying, if you'd rather just see my skin color, please feel free. Man, okay. Now, here's the part where I say, okay, now this is basically all about balls, okay? It's all about balls right here, okay? So he goes on to say, because I helped write the bill for the past year, have multiple provisions included, got multiple senators on board over the last week, and have worked on tax reform my entire time in Congress. But if you'd rather just see my skin color, please feel free. Ostroy, and that's the guy's name, Andy Ostroy, fired back at the senator saying that he shouldn't be worried about him, but rather the quote-unquote party shafting today of minorities. Okay, let's get something straight. First and foremost, minorities are going to get shafted one way or the other. Okay? Just because I get shafted doesn't mean that you're going to get shafted. No. Sometimes the shaft comes fast, sometimes the shaft comes slow, incrementally slow, until it's a slow fuck out, okay? So instead of worrying, but he goes on to say, so instead of worrying about me, perhaps Senator Tim Scott should be more concerned with his party shafting today's of the minorities, the poor and middle class, and of his shameless ongoing support of his sexist, admitted sexual abusing racist Manchurian president who's in bed with Putin, hashtag Putin, okay? He even got he even left like a web address if you guys want to go to this one. Let's see, it's https : at //t.co/ capital R, capital X, capital Z, small s, capital B, small h, small b, capital K, 9, capital I. Yeah. If you guys want to, tip-tap around and see what the heck's going on that blog, by all means. You can also find more man-made evidence, okay, that our great cheeseburger is nothing more than a philandering businessman, okay, who has no political assumptions about how to, maintain our great power here. That's right, we're American. We stomp all over everybody. That's right. We influence the crippling imaginations of those who cannot think for themselves. And also we impose our will on the other countries. Yeah, sure we do. We sure do. Okay, come on. Why is it that we have armed forces in Yemen? Why is there armed activity in Yemen? And we're the cause of it. Because we're setting up another coup. Ding! My goodness. It just doesn't seem that it just doesn't seem right that people are being so heavily hit, so heavily, I don't know. What's a good word for this? Oh, I know. And some people are so stuck on stupid, okay, chasing this idiot that's in the White House, okay? When the real power is not in front of the White House, it's behind it. And the less we see of what's going on behind the White House, the more easy it is for us to be placated by that symbol in front of us. Okay? Let me repeat this again so this way you understand. The longer we don't look and see what's behind the White House, the easier it is for us to accept what's in front. Okay? Why? Because we're human beings. We are at a fault to incremental judgment. Like I said at the beginning of the show, okay? It does not matter what I look like. No one will touch me because of this, all right? Okay? And believe me, this is a powerful bomb right here. This is a powerful bomb. It can disseminate, it can destroy, it can build, it can create, okay? It just needs a body to carry out its whims. That's all. Okay? Man, this would be fun. This would be crazy if we had just, this is a planet for nothing but floating brains. I know I'm going on Futurama's crap. I'm a nerd. That's what I do. That's what I do. All right? So here we had two stories based on racism. Total racism. Okay? Like the brother in Star Wars, when they first showed the trailer and everybody named Mama lost their damn mind. Okay. How could a stormtrooper be black? How could a Jedi be black? We forgot about Samuel Jackson, didn't we? Man, didn't we? Just like we thought Elmo was right. Yeah. 16 pedophile pages later. Yeah, it gets like that, people. It gets like that. And it's kind of stupid. Because when there's so much love between human beings, and you see it, and I'm talking from personal experience here. This is not biased or anything, but when I'm coming from out of a hate-filled area, and I walk into love, it's a brand new start. It really is. It's a brand new start because then I don't have to go back into my past with these idiots. No. I'm going to profit from it. Okay, that's the smart thing to do. One of the best successes that you could ever have against any racist, any hater, any idiot, I don't care what set they come from or anything like that. The best thing you can do is have success, because success moves you from out of the pit on top of the hill. And I'm sitting on top of the hill, baby. I'm on the fifth floor. I'm sitting on top of the hill, baby. I can do more. Shocking females, shocking females, just like that. But I gotta give props to having faith. Okay, you can't lead. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. But you can move the bucket, so that way he has to go get that damn drink. Okay, that's what they don't tell you. Okay, I'm still running this question again here. Okay, in Denver. And every place in Colorado Springs, every place throughout Colorado, every place that's ever seen this happen, if it is called the devil beating his right when it rains and it's sunshine, what is it called when the sun is out and it's snowing? Okay. All right. And I can ask that question. What is it called when it's snowing and then there's sunlight? I'm waiting for the best answer. Then we can make that into an urban legend question. Not one of my better performances, I must add. Okay. Anyway, there's like so much going on out here that we all have to turn. Okay, we have to turn this thing around. We have to do better of ourselves, but not just incrementally and not just for a holiday reason. Okay. If we could actually do what we're supposed to do on this planet, which is take care of each other and, let nature be the course of our demise instead of man being the demise of man. Okay? I mean, Saudi Arabia's out there looking for oil right now. I wonder why. Oh, that's right. Janet Jackson divorced her husband. She's no longer the richest artist on the planet. Okay, she walked away. Okay, she walked away. Hey, man, come on. She did it for one thing and one thing only: own selfish reasons. And then everybody's gonna go flocking to her. Oh, Janet, oh, we feel sorry for you. But you left a multi-billionaire for what? Oh, inconsolable differences. Probably because you wouldn't wear a burqa, and two, you're Jackson. And so, name over cultural religion, who cares? All right. The butt got bigger. That's about all she got. All right. She was looking good when she was like in her 40s and shit, but now she's starting to look a little raggedy. Next thing you know, she'll take some years off and come back looking like Aretha Franklin. Okay, straight up. Come on, man. Y'all was in the 60s. Riri was cute when she was skinny. All of a sudden, that pork caught up her ass and shit. Nigga, now look at her. Looking like a human hamburger. Okay, straight up. We're at the midday point here. 8:30 Mountain Central Time. Okay, maybe different time zone where you're at. We were looking at a cloudy day. Nope, sun come out, but I tell you, that clouds around the mountains are looking really stupid. Okay, which means I may have to go outside for a while. I may have to. But I got to do some research first. Anyway, this is KTNG 860am.org. Okay, and we are on your YouTube channel, we're on your Facebook channel, and not only that, but we're also live on the air when we rebroadcast it night and night, so this way you guys can get a double dose of me twice a day. Especially when I'm out, meeting people, making contacts, this, that, and everything else, talking to people, about the law of the land here, the way people live out here and so forth. I want to see how invested the culture is out here. And this is probably the best thing for me as being, a reporter, an investigative reporter. So strange stories do come to me from time to time. Let's move on to some other different news here of more racism in action. See, the reason why I report on racism and so forth is because we have a tendency as human beings to like saying, okay, well, that happened in the past. But if the past basically keeps resurfacing, obviously, in the present, then how are we supposed to progress in the future? I'll give you an example. A former Marine. Now, I got affinity for my Marines out there. Semper Fi, Devil Dogs. Hoorah! Okay? And if you've ever been to Paris Island, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, if you went to, San Diego and everything, okay, you're still a Marine, but we from Paris Island and so forth, we say this all the time. You're still a Marine, but that's it. And we leave that thought here. Okay, we're all brothers under the same cloth. Black, white, brown, doesn't matter. You've been a Marine, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so a former Marine deported to Mexico 15 years ago after being convicted of a minor offense has won his battle to regain permanent U.S. residency and plans to cross the border today, okay, with his parents in an emotional homecoming days before Christmas. Marco Chavez spent his last day packing clothes and taking a red radio flyer wagon out of storage. He used that to pull his sons around in it when they were young and living in Tijuana following his deportation. He hopes to cross the U.S. border Thursday with the wagon, which he would like as a keepsake, a reminder, okay? An immigration judge rulings last month is allowing Chavez to return. He said he got a break in his case when the American Civil Liberties Union found him a lawyer, which led to California Governor Jerry Brown pardoning Chavez for a 1998 conviction of animal cruelty for a dog beating. Chavez said another person was responsible. Okay. First and foremost, let me give you guys something to think about. All right. First and foremost, most of us Marines were crazy, but to lay hands on an animal, a defenseless animal, unless that animal was attacking for some ungodly reason, then and only then would that dog would have been beat. But see, people have an affinity for placing reverence on animals more so than human beings. So This has been going on. This has been going on since the dawn of time. Okay, I am man. There's a dinosaur. I run from dinosaur. That dinosaur is God, and we've been revering animals ever since. Okay, not as a source of food or protein or anything like that, but for the simple reason because they can kill us. So we revere them. And when they revere turns into laws, guess what? You will be hemmed up. You will be sent to jail. You will be fined. Okay? So then what? Then what? Okay, then what? All right. So Governor Guffey Brown, well, she's doing a wonderful thing this time around. A Democrat said Chavez served our country, earned a pardon, and deserves to come back home. Chavez was a baby when his parents brought him to the United States. And he served 4 years in the Marine Corps and was honorably discharged. Okay? Honorably discharged. He didn't get a big chicken dinner. He didn't get an OTH or none of that crap and so forth. Honorably discharged. That carries a lot of weight. And the only reason why deportations are happening to Marines and servicemen of this caliber is because the United States itself does not want to pay this man his retirement, his pension retirement. Okay, they don't want to pay him. They want to take all that money. There's 800 of these guys still living in Tijuana right now. Okay, if you don't freaking believe me, then guess what? You go down to Tijuana and see if somebody's walking around with an eagle globe and ankle, and then ask yourself, how did you get here? Where did you get that from? All right. This man has been living in Tijuana for damn near 15 years, and he had to relearn the language. Okay, because I guarantee you, if he had gotten there and he didn't know what the heck they were saying, trust me, he would have been at loss. And there's a lot of servicemen that are there, Marines, Army, Navy, you name it, they are still sitting there. And the only reason why they're not coming back is because of the governorship that is in the states that they came from. Most of them are from Texas, and most of them are from Cali, and most of them are from like the southern states. Okay, so as your boys are, they come across the border with their parents. They come to be citizens. They come to contribute, and this is the thanks they get. A patada in the culo. Alrighty. So, as the story goes on, he served 15 months in state prison for conviction, and then got deported in 2002, having to learn Spanish and find work in a land that was foreign to him. Chavez said his wife found life too difficult in Tijuana, a violence-plagued Mexican border where schools are lacking and jobs are scarce. She eventually moved back to the United States, settling with his sons in Iowa after they divorced. Chavez is now 45 and his sons range in the age from 17 to 21. They last visited him in Tijuana in 2013. His parents, who lived in Los Angeles, would visit regularly. Chavez plans to live with them while he waits for his residency card to be replaced. He then will move to Iowa and try to rebuild a relationship with his children. He also hopes to someday become a U.S. citizen. I say we support him. The man got a wrongful conviction, okay? And in Los Angeles, it's shoot first, ask questions later, or if they look alike, they are alike. More racism from the police departments themselves. And in the prison system, 15 months, that's wino time. He probably got off of good behavior. Didn't have to deal with nobody. Of course, needed to say La Familia, 18th Street, 213. I don't care what you knuckleheads call yourselves and so forth. You didn't faze this man. This man had a goal to get out and be with his family. That's all he wanted. So I'm glad for the fact that, he didn't have to go through that extreme, doing years and years and years. Because in years, when you get years and so forth, there's no hope. And you have to make faith work, okay, in such a hell. Okay, abandon all ye hope, all ye who enter. Forget about having faith while you're there. Okay? Oh my God. Anyway, next story is still Mexican bound, baby. It seems that once we have gotten to the point of legalizing marijuana, let me digress on this one real quick. Okay, marijuana legalization in the United States, it's a slow process. It gets there, it does. See, what you guys have to realize that during the reefer wars, the United States was handing out fake reefer passes, fake passes to Mexicans, okay, in order for them to bring marijuana into the country, okay, and then they would get arrested and deported, and they'd come back and do it again. They'd come back and do it again, all right? After a while, the Mexicans got tired of that crap, okay? But that did not stop the proliferation of other drugs. From the lower end of the 1920s, rolling into the 30s, all the way up until, like, say, the 50s and the 60s, and partially through the 70s, there was a huge heroin epidemic, cocaine epidemic. Okay, people were using harder drugs than marijuana, but marijuana was a so-called scourge of our country. Well, if that was the case, then how is it that the U.S. Constitution, which was written on him, every Bible that is the King James edition, or any other edition for that matter, is made out of hemp? And the hypocrisy that most people don't understand, the simple golden rule. God is perfect, man is not. Man made whiskey, but God made pot. So you're going to go against something natural. I'm sure the FDA, not FDAs are, okay? I'm sure the FDA has nothing to do with any kind of religious dogma whatsoever. But legal pot, Mexico intends to sell marijuana, food, and drinks. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all been blamed for every damn thing, all right? While we have this massive opiate crisis to where 55,000 people are dying every single year behind chemically based bullshit. Okay, you guys want to cry about the war in Afghanistan. Afghanistan has what? Poppy fields. Poppy fields are controlled by who? Okay, the Afghans. They're selling it to us, okay, at a cheaper rate because we forgot to pay them after they did all the Cold War shit against Russia for us. And then you sit up and say, oh, 9/11 was a terrorist attack. No, we bought it on ourselves. Okay, we're responsible for 9/11. The United States is responsible for 9/11 all damn day long, and you know it. But the story goes, Mexico is set to legalize the sale of marijuana-based products early next year. Orderly homes. Despite the country's struggles with illicit drug trade. On Wednesday, which was yesterday, Mexico's health regulator announced plans to permit the sale of cannabis-based foods, drinks, medicines, and cosmetics in the market. Okay? I'm still waiting on the toilet paper with Trump's face on it. So, guys, can you speed that up a little bit? Okay? Arturo Tornel, spokesman for the health regulator from first, Cofepris. That's funny. It's a weird word. The Federal Commission for the Protection Against Pink. Mostly cloudy. Wow, it's 45 degrees today. Okay, so supposed to be, but it's 12 in the mountains. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, that's the Federal Commission for the Protection Against a Sanitary Risk. Said that the agency plans to formally publish the regulation for marijuana-based goods within the next few days, allowing those items to enter the Mexican market in about a month, which is next year any damn way. He added that the Cofepris expects distributors and retailers to import the items, with some companies eventually producing items in Mexico using marijuana grown aboard. Now, if you ever go to Los Angeles and you find yourself on, say, Alvarado and between Alvarado and Alvarado and 6th to Alvarado and James Wood, you can buy anything, okay? It's Mexican made. IDs. They don't do passports, okay, for some stupid reason. And fake money, too, as well. Although the parameters of what constitutes a marijuana-based product is still unclear, the sale of pure marijuana will continue to remain outlawed. In June, Mexico legalized the use of marijuana for medical and scientific needs, but has maintained a ban on recreational use and cultivation, which is going to, it's going to come up and it's going to wind up happening any damn way. Washington Post reported. What did I tell you guys about the Washington Post? The Washington Post basically is an annex of the CIA, all right? The move was backed by an overwhelming majority of 371 members of the lower house of Congress, with only 19 politicians voting against the bill. In addition, the policy also required the Ministry of Health to develop a research program to study the drug's impact before any broader policies are considered. Okay, so therefore, currently legal cannabis medicines and other derivatives, such as Marinol, are only permitted to contain at least less than 1% of THC, according to the Independent. Mexico is home of the world's second largest number of Catholics in the world, according to the World Religion News. In 2014, the Pew Research Center report showed that 81% of the country's adults identified as being Catholic. The Catholic Church has come out against marijuana legalization, but they don't stop pedophilia. Wow. But here's the hypocrisy, people. Since you're the second largest Catholic, population and whatnot, do you realize that your Bibles are all made out of hemp? They're all made out of weed. So if you're reading the good word from off a hemp-laced paper, then that makes you all hypocrites, all second generations of you, every last one of you. So how can you say, oh, I love the Lord, and I love what I'm reading of the Lord and so forth, and man made this, okay? But God made pot, something as natural as corn, and it has multiple uses other than just cosmetics. Okay, I've watched that grow. I've watched that happen in say like 1990 and like at the near end of 1997, 98, and there were a small cadre of people in California that basically wanted to legalize hemp and marijuana and so forth and the use of it. Come on, we've been using hemp for a minute, man. Come on, this is how we funded ourselves in World War I and II. Come on. Unbeknownst to most of the American public, I don't care about what happened and whose generation was the best in either of those wars. The fact of the matter is, you guys finance that crap with marijuana and you don't even let the public know. Well, I did because I'm nosy like that. And having been in the military and asking those particular questions, guess what? It's a lot of history. Anyway, oh, I better finish this up real quick. Anyway, as it is said, the Catholic Church has came out against marijuana legalization, arguing that the substance is dangerous and decriminalizing will do nothing to stop addiction. Reports the Catholic Herald. Legalization has also stirred debate as Mexico grapples to curb drug trafficking, a major income source for the violent drug cartels that have killed 140,000 people in Mexico over the past decade. Mexican cartels still make millions of dollars from smuggling marijuana into the United States, despite the trend toward legalization north of the border. Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Peru, and Puerto Rico have also legalized medical marijuana, and Uruguay blazed the trail in 2013 by becoming the first country to allow commercial cultivation and distribution of marijuana. Recreational marijuana is still broadly prohibited in Mexico, but in 2015, the Supreme Court granted 4 people the right to grow their own marijuana for personal consumption, opening the door to legalization. Wow, it took 4 people. It took 4 people to slap the crap out of the Mexican government and say, look, we need this, okay? It is inexpensive to grow it, and therefore it grows everywhere. It can grow in any climate, damn near, okay? And not only that, but it is a cash crop, just like anything else. Just like anything else, okay? And when you are using a cash crop to help with your infrastructure, I'll give you a very good instance where I go to Maggie's tree. I go to Maggie's farm, okay, out here in Colorado Springs at Manitoba, and I got a quick history lesson on how much money these cats are making, okay? Because of the taxes that they pay, they're able, get this now, they're able to fix up a stretch of road that goes through Manitoba Springs, okay, that has never been fixed on for the last 70 years. They have paid enough tax money, okay, to not only help with infrastructure, but also give kids scholarships, also improve their scholastic learning, and they'll never have to pay for lunches in those schools for the next 42 years. Okay, we're talking grade school. We're talking from grade school to high school, all right? And not only that, but it's a boost to the economy because not only the guys, they grow and distribute it from their own shops, but they're basically providing a product that one helps people that were in chronic pain and can't afford to get a car, but it's much easier to get a recreational weed right now. Okay, whether it's joint here, joint there, whatever, so forth. But people who do have cars and so forth, do get a discount. You just have to update your card or wherever you are. You just can't walk in with an ID and say da 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 da. Because if you do and you're trying to get recreational weed and so forth, 9 times out of 10 you're going to wind up paying 20% increase on the taxes for it. So it is what it is. Let's end this on a good note here. And let's see, MLB star donating $10 million mansion to charity for special need kids. All right. Texas Ranger pitcher Cole Hamels and his wife Heidi are giving back this holiday season, but rather than handing over a check to a charity, they're donating a mansion actually. Let's see. It was reported that the couple is gifting their 23,000 square foot home on Table Rock Lake to Camp Barnabas. Now we're talking some dark shadow crap here, okay? Which is the largest gift in the history of Barnabas, according to the Hamels Foundation. Camp Barnabas, which is located in Southwest Missouri, is a nonprofit organization making dreams come true for individuals with special needs and chronic illnesses. During the past 24 years, the organization has provided life-changing experiences for more than 75,000 campers and missionaries. Quote, seeing their faces, hearing the laughter, reading the stories of the kids they serve, there's truly nothing like it, Hamels says. Barnabas, dark shadow. Okay, also includes Barnabas Prep, dark shadow, which is a 2-year faith-based collegiate program, dark shadow, that is based in Branson, Missouri. The program is designed specifically to help students with special needs recognize their strengths and potentials. Our mission is our mission is to change the lives through disability ministry. And we've been strategically looking for ways to expand our ministry outside of the summer camp, said the CEO, Jason Barr. We have no doubt that this gift will allow us to do just that. So for the Hamels and so forth, we're not talking about, Mark Hamill or anything of that nature, but good on you guys and so forth for helping our special need kids. We wish we had more people to do so, and we wish that we had more resources here in the city that will help special need kids. So this way, when they grow up and have schizophrenic attacks in prison, they won't put their eyeballs out and the police won't have to shoot them. Okay? There needs to be a cultural balance in that to understand, what is human law and what is public law and what is the law of the land, and make sure that these special need kids understand that. So this way they understand the good and the bad. Okay? Can't be just good all the damn time. There's going to be some bad. Trust me on that. So therefore, they're going to get that. They're going to have a wonderful gift, and I applaud them all the way around for helping out special need kids. And that is one of the beautiful things that I like seeing is that people who have the money and everything get out there and do it. No doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that people can actually get out there and do exactly what they need to do in order to bring life into, say, another dismal lifestyle. Okay, but if you can help somebody become something more than what they are, then by God, you are doing the angelic work that needs to happen here on this planet. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm an angel or anything of that nature. Dang, I know hell does not want me because I would set up and rule and run the devil I would give the devil hell. Okay, straight up. All right, I would give the devil hell. All right, right off the freaking bat, and everybody and their mama would know who he was. Okay, so that's why I say, you have to basically do good on certain cases, whether it's racism, whether it's the helping of your people, and getting beyond get rid of, I would say, of all the craziness that exists, all the craziness that exist out there, and for the most part, why people are not trying to like really do anything really good with themselves. And if they're so busy into like, destroying the faith of humanity, then annex yourself from those people. They're not good people. They're not good people. As long as they're agnostic, as long as they're mean-spirited and they paint themselves as monsters before you, then let them be them. Let them be those monsters, okay? And when the monster hunter like myself comes up and, pulls the plug on you, straight up, I am not the one to sit up and listen to your garbage. Straight up and down, man. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. No. It'll be recorded and then I will resell it so that way everybody across this planet will understand who that monster is. Yeah. Yeah. Bam! I don't like you. And I shouldn't say, with the emphasis of hate or anything like that. What I should say is that you are going to write your own freaking ticket for all that I'm so real crap. Okay? I'm so sorry, but keeping it real is a dated phrase. Y'all gonna have to find something else to say because obviously keeping it real is not real and is definitely so unreal. It's surreal. It is delusional. Okay? It is so delusional. All right? Anyway, let's say good morning to all of our people out there in goofball land, as I call it, the United States of Scaria. Okay? First, I do got to say good morning to my man Rodney Allen Rippey and Dan Pettigrew. These guys I've been working on Always Carrie's work, and Always is a very good artist, so I'm going to have his music up after this, and you guys can check it out as you wish. And I do want to say good morning to the unfathomable people who are basically doing stuff positive. Let's see. Deona Berry, good morning. Muhammad, good morning. Kayan, good morning. Paco Aguilar, good morning. Glenn Covington, good morning. Walt, Super Walt, good morning. I also have to say good morning to one of my dearest friends, Frank Diaz and his family. They had an accident and therefore, because the circumstances beyond their control, they're not going to be in Colorado anymore, so they're moving back to Los Angeles. They're moving back to the hood so they can be around family because three of their family members and so forth are incapacitated. And I think 9 times out of 10, the guy that hit him and so forth probably didn't even have insurance. So if anything, I wish them Godspeed. Come next year, everything should be okay. Just, you're going to need a lot of recuperation and so forth because you're headstrong. Slow down. Okay, so I already sent you guys a warning about that. Leon, good morning. Behave and mind your father. Goddess of Mother of Orisha, Miss Gigantor, good morning. Let's see, Reina Rivera, good morning. Delroy Isaacs, good morning. Juan Garcia, good mafia. The grill is real. See, Juan, I'm putting up a lot of these promos, so hopefully I get to send me some food or something, dude. Because when you do food porn, man, you got a brother weak in the knees, man. Okay, and let's see, Therapeutics Production, good morning. Clarence Lumford, good morning. Rodney Allen Rippey, I said good morning already. We were talking earlier. Danny White, good morning. Anthony Mason, good morning. Richard Lambert, crack drummer, what's going on? Gloria Anderson, good morning. Matthew Crawford, the secret agent Crawford guy. Okay, Mr. El Champion. I love you, what you do, and I love what your son is bringing happiness into your life. Bravo. Clap all the way around. Chris App, good morning. And let's see. Anybody else I got to talk to? Let's see who else we got here. We can say good morning to without us going ape shit here. Let's see. Oh, Jamie Manton, Kamala Mason, good morning. And let's see. Silver Fox, I'm gonna get your music today, man. I'm gonna put it on today, so I almost forgot about you. Woo, that was close. Oh, anyway, I do appreciate you guys basically for listening and watching what we do here and having a blast and whatnot and disseminating the news from a cultural standpoint and trying to disseminate it. So therefore, when you're watching news on CNN, or you're watching TV and everything, and you form your own opinions and so forth. I'm here to help you understand those opinions, because I'm going to say it first while you guys are just sitting there thinking about it, and then putting it on Facebook, which goes back to the CIA, which goes back to the NSA, which goes back to Utah. So therefore we created AI, and therefore we lose our humanity. Don't lose your humanity. Get outside and play. All right? That's what I'm saying. There's a great outdoors, man. Look at it. Look at it. Nature's having so much fun at our expense. Anyway, I got to get up out of here. I got to have my morning tea. And most importantly, I'm going to continue my prayers and my vigilance for a better world. But like, if anything, I tell you guys, man, do good for you and your neighborhood and for your people. And most importantly, help those that can't help themselves. And really super important, if anything, never let anyone take your shine. If life gives you mountains, go take a hike, bitch. I can say that. And I want to thank everybody in Japan, and I want to thank everybody in the UK for buying The Art of Eve. It is the story of the century. It is the 3 stories of the century, but it also gives clues of like how to stop yourself from being emasculated by some blockhead bitch. Okay, straight up. All right, I'm out of here. You guys stay fun. You stay clear, and most importantly, I shall be here. All right, love, peace, chicken grease, people. I'm out on Facebook. Boom, alive. Boom, and of course on air. Boom, and on YouTube. We are done, baby.